mistake. All right, in our next segment, it is time to talk about the war of the sexes. You want to have some fun today? Go to a bookstore and look for the books on relationships and the problems between men and women. The titles will kill you. Men who hate women and the women who love them, smart women, foolish choices, men who can't commit. Now, according to these books, men don't understand women. Women don't understand men. Men don't even like women. Women don't like or need men, and a man wouldn't know a good woman if she jumped up and bit him in the fanny. All right? You know why? Because men are lousy lovers. That's what these books say. Now, are they written by a bunch of blowhards, or are the problems real? Joining us today, some people with very real opinions. Now, one lady is no stranger to People Are Talking. She is Kelly Everts, a familiar face here. She says she is a female supremacist. She wants men put in their place. Okay? We also have Cynthia Smith. Cynthia Smith says that women marry men for two basic reasons. You know what they are? Money. Sperm and support. What do we think about that? Next, we have Mel Fight. Mel is the man wearing the skirt right there, okay? He says that men are full of rage and resentment towards women. He says women have made men feel this way because they have too much sexual power. All right? And finally, Anthony Moshe considers himself a pro-family activist. He says he is the boss in his house, and the women he knows like it that way. Welcome them all to People Are Talking. Well, I would tell you right now, if there is a major problem between men and women, in my house it would be that Kelly says men have to be put in their places. Kelly, you better explain that.
Well, what's there to explain? Women are superior. I mean, medical science already has the proof, absolute proof.
What's the proof?
The proof is the X and Y chromosomes. Women have two X chromosomes, man has an X and a Y. The X chromosome is far superior to the Y. The Y is a little crummy little thing.
So if this is true, Kelly, should all of us men run around and say, oh, she's better than me and we'll never get along?
See, but we live in a male supremacy world, and this is very wrong. And I'm not asking for equality. I say, let's turn the tables the other way. We are supreme. Now you put the shoe on the other foot. You be our slaves. We'll have the money. We'll pay you. We'll buy you. You serve us.
But isn't this all just part of this common craze that says women good, men bad? Cynthia, isn't that what's happening?
No, I think that's what's happening now, and what I hope will happen is that now we get to realize that women and men are equal. That's what it should be. It's not that women are subordinate, as Kelly has said, which is true. Look at it in my book, which is called Why Women Shouldn't Marry. Now, the purpose of that book is because women today are looked upon as rejected, always were. You take a guy, he could be 36, he could have the personality of a deadlocks. They say, oh, dashing, debonair bachelor, everybody wants him. A gal could be 34, she could be stunning, the president of the bank, and they say, poor Martha, nobody asked her. The assumption is that a woman is single by rejection, and a guy is single by choice. That's a crock. It's not true.
Well, you know, first of all, I'm really glad that Kelly's on this show, because it points up the difference between the women's movement and what's going on in the men's movement.
Although you're both dressed alike.
No, I'm dressed more tastefully than she is. She believes in female supremacy. She believes in female supremacy. I believe in equality. But for 2 decades, we've had man bashing. Women have said they're better than men. They're more emotionally expressive. They're more nurturing. They're more sensitive. They're better lovers. They're the peacemakers. Men are the war makers. Well, you see, I believe in equal rights. And it's time that people who believe in equality stood up, had the courage to tell the feminists to take their female chauvinism and shove it.
Yeah! You agree with Mel? Ladies, do you agree with Mel? Why not?
Can I ask a question
finally,
here?
1 sec.
Yeah.
Finally, when the tables are getting a little turned and we really want equality, the guys are yelling that they're...
You didn't hear Kelly said she wanted equality. She said she believed in supremacy. I believe in equality. You're on my side.
Supremacy
Yeah, but no, you want equality your way.
No, I want real equality between the sexes, complete equality between men and women in
because you're
every
wearing a
area
skirt?
of life.
I'm wearing
Why are you
pants.
dressing like that?
We're equal?
I think we're all on the wrong track.
Hold on a second. We have one party not heard from yet.
I
Anthony,
believe
go
we're all
ahead.
on the wrong track. First of all, whoever coined the phrase battle of the sexes was incorrect.
What should it
There's
be?
no such thing as battle of the sexes. the most powerful force in the world, next to solar energy, is the power of the female to attract the male. This has perpetuated all forms of living beings on this earth. It's love that makes the world go round, not hate.
But the problem here...
If any violence or confrontation exists, it's among the sexes, not between them. Men compete for the favors of women, and women compete, they adorn themselves, and they beautify themselves with cosmetics in order to compete for a man. So essentially, there's not competition, there's not a battle of the sexes, it's among the sexes.
Okay, but if it isn't a battle
But
of
you want
the
to
sexes...
dominate women.
No, I don't dominate
You said
women.
you're the boss. You're
That's
women
right, in
like
his
it that
house,
way, huh?
Kelly, he is the
well, I
boss.
want to dominate.
But you
so we are
can't,
battling
because
it
you're not
out.
as big
Yes,
as a-
I can.
you're not as big as a
You
strong
want to
as a
make a
man.
bet?
No. A bet is a fool's wager.
There's lots of men I can beat.
A
Lots
bet
of men.
is a fool's wager. You don't bet. I don't
So wait a
believe in
second, have
confrontation.
we broken down to the point where we're already challenging to fist fights here?
No.
No, that's a man's province. We don't do that.
If
Okay.
they want to, we will train
I'm in favor of
ourselves.
harmony.
We will show men that we can be physically superior as well as mentally superior. Women are training now. We're going to breed bigger women, stronger women, more muscular women, and smaller men.
The East
Then
German
we'll beat them
swimmers
in
have
every
already
way.
tried that. I mean, come on, we've got those big women.
Muscular women and feminine men, androgyny, is this what we're
Great,
heading for?
fantastic.
Let's talk about some of the common complaints that men have about women and women have about men, all right? Women always say that men are insensitive. They don't know how to be tender.
But this is
They
true.
don't know about
True. This is
intimacy.
true.
Absolutely.
Come on, there are some
Absolutely.
sensitive guys out here.
No.
Yeah, that's it.
Very
You said
true.
it exactly right. There are some
You
sensitive
know,
guys
the
out there.
majority
That's
of
it.
men
You
being
got it.
sued for
Look, the
divorce.
very fact is that in any relationship, in a marriage, the emotional tenor of the relationship is maintained by the woman, not the guy. If anything goes wrong, she goes to the shrink, not him. She's the one, and she's the one who says, we're not communicating, we're not talking, because he doesn't. Men, it's not
They
their
don't
fault.
listen.
Men were brought up, they're socialized to be strong, silent, like John Wayne. That's a goodie, according to the way you were brought up. It's not your fault. I'm not blaming you, but you're stuck with
How
this
come
image.
this is a
John Wayne
bunch
had
of
so many
sexist-
women that I'd like?
it's a bunch
How
of
come
sex-
John Wayne was a hero?
It's a bunch of
This-
sexist
to
BS.
whom?
We
To whom
men,
is he a
He was
hero?
a hero to
To
his
other
Hold on, let's
men.
let Mel
No,
talk
we
for a
men,
second.
you know,
Go
we
ahead.
Means that
men,
men are socialized not to
No,
handle
no, no.
emotions.
It's that we want to express our feelings, and
Well,
we
can't
try
you?
to express our feelings, but when we express our feelings, women say to us, oh, hold it, those are the wrong feelings if they don't like it. We're not really allowed to express our vulnerability
You
or
know
our
what else they'll say
sensitivity.
to us? If we express our sensitivities, you know what else they call us? Wimps. Wimps. That's right, we can't win.
Even the President of the United
Be a
States
wimp,
had
I
to
love
overcome
it.
the wimp factor to be elected. Everybody wants a leader.
So wait a second. You know, you just said something. You said, be a wimp, I'll love it. Do you really want wimpy men?
Of course not.
You
I don't
really
think
do.
I like men. I like men that
You're
will
alone,
let me be
Kelly.
the leader and the
Never
boss.
want my man to be wimpy.
You wouldn't.
I think we're both equal. We raise our kids together, and we're just
Well, this
equals.
world
I don't
teaches
agree with
you-
what you're saying at all. I don't think the man should be the wimp and the woman should be the strong one. I like my husband to open the door for me, and I'll open the door for him.
That's right. And if
Same
I
way.
walked
We
up
make
to you and I
wimps
said,
open
honey,
doors.
if I said, honey, I'm feeling insecure and I don't know what to do, you'd say to me, get out of my house.
I don't want no wimp.
You would.
No, I don't want no wimp. No.
It depends on what our definition of
around
a
him,
wimp
too, and
is.
kiss
I'm
him.
using the word loosely. They're using it one way, I'm using it another way. But
Yeah,
when
I
I
think we
say
ought to
wimp, I
define a
mean
wimp.
a
Okay,
man.
what's a wimp,
Let's
Cynthia?
define a wimp.
Let's define
Well, I
it.
don't think
Okay,
a wimp
I
is
have one.
necessarily negative. I think
Right.
there are some people who are capable, who are domineering, who love to run things and can do it.
They had
And in a
associate
marital
the word
relationship,
wimp,
in any relationship,
chicken, cuckold,
Ah.
and henpecked.
No,
that's-
no. That's not
And
the way I
women,
mean it.
I don't think women,
Anthony, why are you so
appreciate
threatened by that word?
I'm not threatened.
I mean, it's you're making it such a negative.
I'm not threatened. I'm the boss in my house. I am the boss. No.
That's
Is
the
that
guy
a
who's
bad
threatened.
word?
That's the guy
If you
who's
work in an
threatened.
office, you have a boss. We have a boss of the city. He's the mayor of the town. We have a boss of the world.
Is that the
that
table of
such an
organization
awful-
were you hired on
Is it
for
such
that?
an awful word?
Well,
Don't you think a
no.
woman wants a man that where she
They
can
used
feel
to, not
protected?
anymore. Women are getting
Oh,
smart.
they used to.
Women are getting
now
smart.
we
They're
put
realizing
evolution.
now this is
We
all
put evolution on
nonsense.
fast
Men
forward.
Anthony, what are you going to
Men
protect?
have
What do you
to be
protect
boss.
your wife from? I'm
What
curious.
do I protect her from?
Yeah,
From other men.
from taking out the garbage.
I don't have to. I'm confident. I don't.
Hold on a
Taking
second,
out
folks.
the
I got a
garbage,
comment here. Do you have a comment?
Well, he doesn't. He protects me from whatever I need to be protected from for 34
This is
years.
his wife right here.
What do you,
It's
may
that
I
old
ask what
women
you
are
protect?
children's
What do you
syndrome.
protect
It's
him from? Don't you
nonsense.
protect him from things? Don't you insulate him from pain if you have to? Don't
I
you
think
try
it's
to make
I
his
think
life
it's the
easier?
other. I think it's the other way
You mean you
around.
never protect him from anything? What do you do at home?
I'm quiet in the morning when he sleeps.
What did she do? She raised 8 children, and she's a registered nurse besides.
And you don't...
All right. And let me tell you another thing, please. You know, it's not, everybody
You
has
had
the
nothing to
idea
do
that
with
it's
the bringing up the
50%.
children?
Cynthia, hold on 1 second. Go ahead.
50%, everybody says marriage is 50%. It is not 50%.
He's absolutely right, it isn't.
It is 100% giving. I'll give you an example. One day my wife had to go to work and says to me, honey, I need some change for lunch. And I said, well, sure. I got a check and a $5 bill. And I said, here. I said, go, you know, that's for you. I said, well, that's all you have? I said, well, I have to cash a check. Well, you keep it. I said, no, you keep it. No, you keep it. No, we argued for each other.
And you're both
And
late
when
to
you
work.
get off on the wrong foot and say, well, you went out and bought a set of clubs, so I'm going to go out and buy a new dress, the essence of marriage is lost when you stop doing things for each
But
other.
he's not talking about domination. He's talking about equality, which is lovely.
I'm changing my mind. Maybe Kelly is right. Maybe women are smarter than men, because after all, we live in a world in which men bear the burdens. They work in jobs, for example, a 600% higher rate of injury. They do the killing and fighting in war. They bear the financial burdens. And yet everybody believes that women are the victims of sex discrimination. Women must be awfully smart to perpetuate such a gigantic
crimes are committed by men. 98% of all crimes are committed by men. Yes, they do the killing and the raping. They sure do.
I know, we're bad
and
guys.
the stealing.
Okay, the only reason men go out to war, kill, so forth and so on, is because men decided it that
They
way.
want it. They want to kill. They want to kill.
And the majority of the electorate in this country, how dare you say that men are the ones who decided that? Women are the ones who decided that along with men, and women like it that way. Women don't want to get mangled and crippled and
Women only got
mutilated.
the right to vote a short time ago. They haven't had time to turn things around yet.
Wait a second, hold on a second. Do I have a moment for this? I brought this from home. It's a picture of a Vietnam vet that was sent to me by a disabled veterans group. On the back it says that the man's name is James. He was wounded in Vietnam. He has a high level of damage to his spinal cord. He's permanently paralyzed in his arms and his legs, and he's frightened and depressed. And on the front there's a photo of James, totally helpless, totally powerless. Now you come down here and look at James and you tell me that he wanted it that way and that women have been the victims of sex discrimination. I dare you. I dare you. Look at James and you tell me he wanted it that way.
I never said he was a victim.
You said that
but
men
he's
wanted
not
it
the only
that way, and
victim.
that's a lie.
what I'm saying.
That's a damn
he's
lie.
Not the only
Men don't have to
victim,
put
all right?
up with the slander anymore.
She's talking about wars are perpetrated by the male
we'll take a
sex,
break,
not the
and
female
we'll be right back after this. Stay with us.